Hello, and welcome to the Mile High Youth Corps virtual job fair. I'm Mia. I use they, them, and she, her pronouns, and I'm coming to you live from Denver.
My name's Rose. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm coming to you live from our Southern Front Range office. We're two of the alumni mentors in the LAN program this year.
And we are also the host for tonight's job fair. So tonight's job fair will include information on all of our programs and our current opportunities. First, we'll have introduction to Mile High as a whole. After that, we'll have an info session on each of our programs, land conservation, youth build, energy and water, and our Generation Wild crew. Following each session, we'll have a brief Q&A for each program. If at any point you have a question, feel free to throw it in the chat. To finish the event, we will also have a open Q&A panel session with all the representatives. So any questions you have, please make sure to ask.
And if you're ever interested in applying to any of these positions, you can find those applications on our website, which will be posted in the chat shortly. Tonight, our first guest of the evening is going to be Julia Schauer, who is our Youth and Community Engagement Manager. She's going to be giving us an intro to Mile High as a whole. So let's go ahead and welcome Julia up.
So much for tuning in and joining. I am Julia Schaller. I am our Youth and Community Engagement Manager with Mile High Youth Corps, and I'm so excited to be here with you all to share some information about our organization and share some of the amazing impact that Mile High Youth Corps has had on our community. Mile High Youth Corps was established in 1992, so we're celebrating our 30-year anniversary this year. We're really excited. Our organization was established to help young adults ages 18 to 24 to really make a difference in themselves and in the community through meaningful service opportunities and educational experiences. Our core members serve communities, public parks, and open spaces across 23 counties in Metro Denver and across the Southern Front Range. And at Mile High Youth Corps, our core members come from diverse life experiences and come together to learn, to grow, and to serve the community, the environment, and for their own development. We ask our core members here at Mile High Youth Corps to do things that they did not think were possible. We ask core members to stretch out of their comfort zones, to try new things, and to really try to grow as individuals and create purposeful, meaningful work for the environment, for themselves, and for the community. And through their own choices, our core members gain a sense of purpose and confidence to really pursue the lives that they want to live and build their own lasting legacies. Mile High Youth Corps offers 4 unique career pathways. Our 4 pathways are our Energy and Water Conservation Program, our Land Conservation Program, our Youth Build Construction Program, and then our Youth Build Health and Wellness Program. Within our Energy and Water Conservation Program, our core members install water and energy efficiency measures in low-income homes and nonprofits. Within our Land Conservation Program, our core members work on a variety of different projects that include trail building and maintenance, fire and flood mitigation, habitat restoration, and invasive plant removal. Within our construction program, our core members spend half of their time learning construction skills and building low-income housing units, and then half of their time in the classroom earning their high school equivalency. And then within our health and wellness program, our core members spend half of their time receiving nurse aid training while at a healthcare site, and the other half earning their high school equivalency. Our organization within the past 30 years has really made an amazing impact on the community. And I want to share some of the ways that Mile High Youth Corps has done so. In the past 30 years, Mile High Youth Corps has employed 4,500 Corps members. Our Corps members have served 1.5 million hours in the community. Our Corps members have built or maintained 275 miles of trail. Our Corps members have built over 1,200 affordable housing units. Our Corps members have retrofitted more than 46,000 low-income homes with energy and water saving measures. And our Corps members have helped residencies save more than 600 million gallons of water. So our program really has an amazing and lasting effect on our community. And it's a great way for folks to engage in meaningful service. And I lastly wanted to share some of the amazing benefits of our program for our young folks. So within our program, all of our Corps members receive a biweekly living stipend. So all of our positions are paid positions. So you get paid to get on the job, experience, training, connections. Within our Youth Build Construction and Youth Build Health and Wellness programs, our Corps members get paid to earn their high school equivalency. You get paid to make lasting connections with others and to get some really valuable professional development skills. Within our program, all of our Corps members are eligible for the Education Award, the AmeriCorps Education Award, which is essentially a scholarship that Corps members can use for college, trade schools, paying off student loans, and a variety of educational opportunities. All of our programs offer on-the-job training and certifications and that are industry recognized. Our Youth Build Construction and Youth Build Health and Wellness programs offer the GED or high school equivalency. All of our programs for our Corps members offer supportive services resources like mental health counseling, food access, career counseling, bus passes, and more. And of course, our Corps members receive networking and career connections. So our Corps members connect with other Corps members, with staff, with alumni, with trained professionals and project partners in the career field, and more. Mile High Youth Corps is a great opportunity for folks that are looking to make a difference and make meaningful change within themselves and their community. So I invite you all to join us and be a part of something bigger. And all of our positions, if you want to learn more information and are interested in applying for our program, would love for you to do so. And you can do so at our website, www.milehighyouthcorps.org. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Julia. Next, we'll be hearing from our land conservation program. Please sit back and enjoy the following video.
Good evening. Welcome to Mile High Media's Nightly News Edition. We're going to do a deep dive into land conservation programs in Denver and Southern Front Range. Join us on this investigative journey.
Emily Holmes, reporting live from Colorado Springs, where an amazing phenomenon is happening. Mile High Youth Corps is hiring 18 to 24-year-olds for their land conservation program. And you know, I'm getting news from Denver. This phenomenon is happening in Denver too. They're hiring youth. Miss, do you know about Mile High Youth Corps?
Duh, everybody knows about Mile High Youth Corps.
Okay, well, I am not very well informed, but I'm going to take some time and inform myself about the amazing impact the land conservation program is having on youth, community, and the environment. Back to you, Denver.
I really wish I had a job right now.
Yeah, like working outdoors, maybe hiking all day.
Yeah. If I could learn how to properly cut down these branches or build trails or something.
Certifications, maybe?
Yeah, bummer. Oh well.
You folks heard of Mile High Youth Corps? We bring young people together from diverse life experiences to work and grow and service their community and environment.
Wow, tell us more!
I'm glad you asked. We offer personal protective equipment, cool uniforms, and all kinds of leadership opportunities.
Wow!
We will pay you for service to your community and teach you how to use chainsaws, build trails, and all kinds of cool stuff. Hop on in my van!
Yeah!
All right, Matt, let's take these new Corps members back to HQ.
Wow, I cannot wait to use these.
Are you worried about serving outdoors? Not sure what gear you'll need? Do you feel unprepared? Well, have no fear. Mile High Youth Corps is here. We will provide you with uniform items and a full set of personal protection equipment. For the low price of turning in your receipt, we can reimburse some costs associated with buying boots and pants. But wait, there's more! Our gear library features amazing sleeping bags, tents, sleeping pads, sleeping bag liners, and backpacks you can use at no cost to you. We want you to feel prepared as you embark on this journey, and we'll listen to your needs at every turn.
We continue today with safety at Mile High Youth Corps.
So we'll have shovels, plows, things like that. They're all going to be ratchet strapped into this basket, so they can be on the outside nice and safe. And everything else is in there.
Look at this teamwork. Great coordination.
I'm here, live on the scene of SAW Crew, to introduce SAW Crew Corps member, Alex. Alex, how's it going out here? So I hear that you're doing important fire mitigation work to help make wildfires not as catastrophic in the future. What? Okay, well, I also hear that you're taking out invasive species like Martian owls. Tell me what you're doing with that. I hear you're learning really advanced mechanic skills to repair your saw and troubleshoot in the field. Yeah? Okay, well, are you having fun out here?
You're live with the Associate Director of Mile High Youth Corps. Hello, sir. Hello, how are you? I'm doing fine so far. Can you tell us about what's going on in here? Looks like you already chopped someone up or something.
Not quite. Not chopping anybody up yet. We're learning about parts and maintenance. So right now we're learning how to properly tension the chain.
This is something your crews do all the time?
It is, yeah. It's something they do on a daily basis, sometimes multiple times a day.
Thanks so much. There you are. Remember, in the field, if you saw, you need your chats.
Reporting live from Evergreen, Colorado. This is the Mile High Youth Corps Trail Crew. If you look around, everybody's got their tools. We got the McClouds, we got some shovels, and we're just gonna go dig this beautiful trail out on this beautiful land. Did somebody say trail or something? Like, are we going?
And now a word from our sponsors.
Brought to you by Unrefined Bean Juice. Rank number 0 out of 100 in taste. And we go to you with our core members.
I serve with Mile High because I like the sense of responsibility that it gives me, and I meet awesome new people, and I also find a lot of great places to explore that I would not have found otherwise.
To be a part of a community.
You know, I think Mile High is a very special place to work. I really like working outdoors. It's also a very accepting and accommodating workplace, but you also get to be outside and do a lot of wild things you haven't necessarily done before.
Well, I wanted to learn technical experience to get me better prepared to be a wildland firefighter.
For those of you interested in fire mitigation and serving your community, Mile High's Winter Fire Module is an amazing opportunity. I joined as a Corps member, and even though I was waitlisted, I still got my red card, got to serve as a fire intern for a fire protection district, got my EMT, and still got to go out on fire assignment, even though I didn't finish the whole winter fire term. With that experience, I came back as a staff member, and now I get to teach you how to be a Sawyer and work with me in the field.
H crew, summer fire crew, on shop tech.
Shop tech, go ahead.
Stand by for your hourly crew forecast. Weather is as follows. Smoke dispersal good. Winds, relative humidity, and temperature suggest high fire activity probability. Please put in comments. This concludes your hourly weather forecast. Do you copy?
HQ copies fire forecast 1022.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Join us.
Are you wondering why you should join Mile High? Well, why don't we ask the other folks there why?
To serve my community and enjoy Colorado views.
I serve with Mile High Youth Corps personally because it actually cares about me, or like the people care about me in Mile High Youth Corps.
My why for being at Mile High is the opportunity to gain new experiences in the outdoor field and building a path for my future.
Quality experiences and natural resources.
This is Prashant Gurung from Newsreel Incorporated, coming to you live from Denver MHYC location. And here's an interview with...
We let you in here. Who are you?
All people shown are purely fictional, and any resemblance to real MHYC staff or corps members is coincidental. To apply, please visit milehighyouthcorps.org/apply-now. It's spelled CORPS, but pronounced like CORE. Must be 18 to 24 years of age. Applicants must be eligible for enrollment in the AmeriCorps as U.S. citizens, nationals, or lawful permanent residents. Must have high school diploma or GED, or be actively pursuing. Must be physically fit and able to train to lift 50 pounds, spend 8 to 10 hours a day in all weather conditions, hike 7 miles with a day pack, and laugh a lot. One time I saw some dogs at the project site. That was a great day. Corps members will be expected to show up every day, ready to serve, lead, and be a role model. Follow us on TikTok at MHY Youth Corps, and don't forget to be awesome. MHYC is committed to hiring candidates with unique backgrounds and perspectives. If you are interested in this position but are concerned that you do not meet all of the requirements or possess all of the necessary skills, or that prior convictions or your background might disqualify you, we highly encourage you to submit an application anyway.
Wow, thank you, Land Conservation. That was a great video. I hope everyone enjoyed that as much as I did. If people have questions for our land conservation program, please go ahead and type those in the chat now. Joining me today is Natalie, ready to answer all your questions. Natalie, can you go ahead and introduce yourself and your role at Mile High? Let's give Natalie a minute to figure out her. Awesome.
I got it. Howdy, everybody. I'm Natalie. I was typing M in the chat instead of unmuting myself, but I do know how to use this platform. I use she, her pronouns. I'm one of the alumni mentors here for our Denver location in our land conservation program. I've been in it a little while, since last July. I hope I'll be informative.
Yeah, we are live right now, so if you have questions, now is your time to ask. While we're waiting for those to roll in, Natalie, why did you join Mile High Youth Corps?
I already had a background in kind of environmental science and was like really interested in natural resource management, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to network a bit because we work with a lot of really interesting project partners. I'd never worked outside before, but I found pretty quickly that I loved being outside and spending time with folks who had similar career goals and mindsets to myself. So it was great community, and I got to work outside and really be active every day, which I found was like just a really nice lifestyle. And I loved it so much that I stuck around.
Yeah, when did you start here at Mile High?
When?
Yeah.
I joined kind of partway through one of our summer of service program terms in July, and I stayed through summer and then did all of fall forestry, which is late August through I think the beginning of November. And it was really fun to see the seasons change.
We've got a question here from Taylor on Facebook asking, what does the camping accommodations look like?
So before we send our camping crews out into the field, we do make sure that they are completely prepared. We go over all sorts of safety procedures. We teach them about like bear safety, mountain lion safety, tick, like spider, everything. Making sure that like you're prepared for any kind of challenge that comes your way, like wildlife wise. And then we fit you with sleeping bag, sleeping pad, liner, your tent, basically anything you could really need to camp comfortably in the field. Your crew will go over meal prepping together. You'll get a good briefing on the project work you'll be doing. And we have camping crews that run for like different lengths of time. So if you're really only comfortable camping during the work week and coming home for the weekend, that's an option. If you love camping, we have camping crews that are on hitch a bit longer than that, about a week. Let's see, is that answering your question about what accommodations look like? Because we do pay for the food you eat while you're out on that trip. Transportation to and from your work site is in a Mile High vehicle. We're really trying our best to set our campers up for success.
Yeah. Could you maybe talk about one of your favorite project sites that you've been on?
Probably the Roxborough State Park. We were there during a beautiful autumn season, and all of the leaves were turning, and the rocks were just so bright red. It was beautiful, and the project partner was really kind. Oh yeah, you get to sleep in your own tent. You have some privacy at the end of the day. I actually don't think we're allowed to sleep in the same tents. So you get the comfort of your own private tent, and you get to unwind a bit because you hang out with folks all day, which is fun. But it's also important to have a little bit of time to yourself. So you are outfitted with your own tent.
Cool. We've got time for a few more questions if anyone else out there's got some. I've got some more if no one else does. What sort of certifications could people earn in the land conservation program?
Well, we do have, I think all of our Corps members go through OSI and trail training. They also are, I think we also offer the CPR and first aid and AED certifications. Oh, okay. I know also our land conservation leaders are offered a wilderness first aid certification as well. And I think almost everybody goes through an S212 or chainsaw training as well. And you're taught all about how to take apart and reassemble and clean the chainsaws.
Yeah, got another question here. What does an average day look like in the field?
Well, I had the most experience with day crews, but our Corps members, they'll report typically 7 a.m. And we'll have a quick briefing as a crew. Then we'll start tooling up our vans or vehicles, because we do have trucks too. Making sure that we're bringing everything that we need for that day. We'll bring out water, our first aid kit, any tools we'll need, and making sure that we're bringing our packs, very important. We'll then drive out to the work site, do our stretch and safety and safety concerns for that day, and we'll get started. Our crews get at least an hour of break or off time during the day. That'll normally look like a 15-minute break in the morning, a half-hour lunch, and a 15-minute break in the evening. Which is nice because you get a little bit of time to get to know your crew, but also some time to kind of decompress if you've been working hard. And then we also have an hour of the day blocked out for an educational activity because our Corps members are always learning. We have material for them to learn, and sometimes Corps members are given the opportunity to lead a lesson themselves. And then you tool up for the day, get back in your vehicle, go back to HQ, and you're done for the day. And I think that typically happens around 5:30, depending on when your start time was. And then you do that 4 more times, and then you're off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 10-hour days.
Awesome. Thank you for all your answers, Natalie. I think we're going to wrap up this question and answer session, but we're going to have another one at the end. So if you have more questions, hold on to them. You'll get some answers later. But next, we're going to be showing a video that highlights some more aspects of our programs. Just a minute here.
So we're here at the base of Pikes Peak, one of Colorado's most frequented mountains. This is our office. We get the pleasure of coming out here every day and getting to work with our hands and work with each other and build a new trail. And we have about 10 amazing young women on this crew. Mile High has given me a new perspective on the idea of land conservation. It's also given me the opportunity to start my career in natural resources.
Providing access and opportunities to young adults at a critical stage in their lives through the vehicles of service, conservation, education, and self-awareness has a triple impact on our world.
Mile High Youth Corps is an amazing program that offers youth like a second chance. I dropped out of high school. I wasn't doing very well, and I had no idea what I was doing. One day I happened to come across this flyer, and it said that they're offering students to get their GED and to learn a profession. I didn't think that I was ever going to get my GED. I didn't think that I was going to able to get a career. I didn't think that any of that was possible for me. And this program has provided me with so many opportunities. I'm on set to take my state exam, to become a CNA, a certified nurse assistant.
We met these amazing people at Mile High Youth Corps, and we've worked really closely with them to establish a relationship that will allow their health and wellness crew to simultaneously work on their high school equivalency and get a certificate in nurse aid through the state of Colorado. The things that I've noticed about youth coming from Mile High Youth Corps, they're very studious and they work harder than any of the other students I've had.
I was one of the founding board members of Mile High Youth Corps in 1992 when a small group of us led by Josie Heath met for weeks and months about how we could create something in Colorado and in Denver that would enable the young people in our community to demonstrate how much value that they could bring to our community through service if given the opportunity. They were gaining the skills that would serve them in their future, not only for their personal lives, but as leaders in our community, fulfilling their obligations as stewards of our environment.
So what we're building here is low-income apartments for the elderly 55 plus. It's impacted us just knowing that we could help, help them have somewhere to stay, have somewhere affordable to stay. Just having the hands-on experience with the electricians, the plumber, it's been an all-around great experience, and I think I want to do electrician work,
The truth is, virtually all young adults are trying to figure out who they are, what they're good at, and to build a life forward for themselves. Mile High Youth Corps helps them do just that.
I've been with Mile High Youth Corps since 2016. I started off as a Corps member in 2016. Right now I'm the field technician for the energy and water crew. Something that I learned here is conservation awareness. I don't think that was available for me, that I'm actually gained a lot of passion for it. We actually just started the solar crew this year in January, and it's something that is pretty exciting for Mile High because it's a new way of conserving energy. Mile High Youth Corps has impacted me by giving me the knowledge and teaching me the importance of conservation and being able to have those conversations confidently.
I was part of the Youth Build program in 2009-2010. Before this, I was messing up. I was running the streets, I was hanging out with the wrong people. I ended up in jail. I heard about the program through my probation officer. That's how I got in contact with Mile High Youth Corps, and they gave me a good opportunity to become someone in life. I've been an electrician for 9 years, and I've been a foreman for 4 years.
What you see here is the Buffalo Creek burn scar. It happened in 1996 and took almost 12,000 acres. And this is a perfect example of what happens when there isn't fire mitigation. I joined the Mile High Youth Corps because I was looking for an opportunity in land conservation. It's more than just fire mitigation. It ensures clean air and clean water, and a healthy forest for wildlife, habitat, and all Coloradans to enjoy.
I'm Bridget McRae, and I invite you to join the Mile High Youth Corps family in creating a triple impact on youth, communities, and the environment.
Wow, I have actual goosebumps from that video. Thank you so much, everyone. We will now be learning about one of our other programs called Youth Build. They put together a presentation for us. Today we have Xavier. Can you introduce yourself, your names, pronouns, and role at Mile High Youth Corps?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Xavier Jennings. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I am the program manager for our Youth Build program. And I'm also the graduate. I graduated from our Youth Build program here at Mile High Youth Corps in 2008, so I'm an alumni. Excited you all can join us, and I'm going to talk a little bit. I can't take all of the credit, but I'm going to talk a little bit about our Youth Build program here, and you'll hear from some of our young people who experienced the program. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. So now this is a pretty cool time about we're recruiting for the next cycle for our Youth Build program. We're just getting ready to wrap up this summer with the cohort that we have now. But what that looks like is in the fall, around August or September, we'll begin a new program that is about 9 to 12 months. And it is and that comes with a whole year of follow-up and support. So it's about between 9 to 12 months. What that means is you can start looking to apply as early as May. We'll have the applications open. It is a pretty intensive process to get into our program. So we want to start that as early as possible because August and September this fall is right around the corner. So our Youth Build program, an overview of the Youth Build program is we take in individuals who are between the ages of 18 to 24. As long as you're 18 by this third date, then you'll be eligible. And we take individuals who didn't finish high school for whatever reason. We understand that there's a lot of things that come into play. Maybe you had to work, maybe you had a child, maybe you switched schools and they don't know your credit situation. Whatever it is, we take individuals who didn't finish high school and looking for opportunity to come in, earn their GED while also earning a paycheck. And then anyone who's interested in the trade of construction or healthcare will be eligible for our Youth Build program. Really quickly, one thing that I want to highlight about Mile High Youth Corps is we've done a ton of work, and you'll see in all of our programs around diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we recognize that there's a lot of different barriers that present themselves that don't allow everyone to flourish as their own individual selves. So one of the things that we always come up to is the diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we're always asking, like, what is the fence and why is it there? One of the fence that we're trying to take down here at Mile High Youth Corps, in particular with the Youth Build program, is the opportunity gap within the education system and employment. We know that young people haven't been given a fair chance then to complete high school on time. And we really want to bridge that gap and provide opportunities to get them on their way and to better their future. But we also want to acknowledge that there are systems that we all need to address and acknowledging that. So the basics of the program is about half of the program is 50% of it is dedicated towards your education, where you're studying for your high school equivalency that we call the GED. And you'll be in there with the on-site instructor. You'll be getting individualized plan. You'll also be getting group classes, and then you'll have access to tutors. But what we've learned is that a smaller, more intentional individual plan can help allow folks to get on their to get on par with their educational goals. Another part about it is during the education component is you'll have opportunities to be in career readiness training classes where you'll have opportunities to learn how to write a resume, how to apply for jobs, mock interviews, visiting college campuses and things like that. But we really want to begin that prep of what your next steps are after the program. So we're already beginning that from day one. Another part is we understand that there's a variety of reasons that brought people to the Youth Build program, and some of those have been barriers. So what we want to do is help to empower core members to overcome and eliminate some of those barriers, whether it be housing, access to housing, childcare, food, whatever that is. We have a staff team that can help support that, and then we also provide the provide the counseling support, so access to mental health resources and things like that. But again, I want to emphasize that we're looking long after this program. From day one, we want to get you into those next line of your career. We want you to get out of here and get, go to college or get a career. And then, as I mentioned before, we also, once in Youth Build, always in Youth Build, and in Mile High Youth Corps, that's true. So as you finish your program, we'll always be checking in on you, making sure how things are going. Do you need opportunities? Do you need resources? Things like that. Within our program, we really want to see our young people be the face of our program, and and one of the things that we want you to do is be out in the community and become a leader. So you'll be out there doing some service projects, helping to be in the community, whether that's mentoring younger students, whether that's helping to clean up the community. But more importantly, we want you to be at the table and sharing your experiences with those people who make decisions in policy making. So sharing your story and doing that. But then we also love to have fun. So any opportunities we can go out and be in the outdoors, do a hike or do some team building and really being in the classes and doing life skills, then we really want to do that. So now I'm going to transition to the two career pathways that we offer. So we offer the health and wellness and the construction. So talking about the health and wellness program, we're really looking within the medical field. So this is an opportunity for our core members to come in and receive a full ride, scholarship to become a certified nurse aide. So we pay for all of that. So if an individual wanted to do that, it's roughly about $1,200 per individual. So what we want to do is provide that. So not only are you studying for your GED, but you're dual enrolled into a college, the Community College of Denver, where you'll receive credits towards that and be able to walk in their graduation. Another opportunity that we love about this is that you get to practice those skills, and more importantly, that is health and wellness. So not only are you being the CNA, but how are you getting out in the community and providing some service, to work in the facilities, whether that be in a senior residence or nursing homes, and or just doing things such as food banks and helping people have access to healthier food options and things like that. So you'll be out in the service component as well. And here are some pictures of just some past core members. So you'll see some of our teams, and on the right side is where they graduated from the CNA course from Community College of Denver. And here you'll see some pictures. So they're on this Community College of Denver campus, and this is some of you can see them in their instruction, both the lecture classrooms and where they're practicing some of their skills to prepare for their clinicals. Here's some more. And then this is a picture of them doing their state exam clinicals. So they become certified through the state to be able to utilize their CNA certificates within any hospitals or any medical field that offer that. So I'm gonna show this video so you can hear from someone who's currently, Lynette Mendez, who's currently in our program.
But now that I have finished my UD, I'm very excited to finish my college classes now. What do I do in health and wellness program? What we do is we go out into the community and we do service. We donate food and we clean the area. We also do college classes at CCD for CNA. What do I want to do in the future? In the future, I want to go back to school. I want to be a journalist and I want to travel and do things that I love to do. Why should someone join this program? I think you should join this program because it's a really good opportunity if you fit the criteria. It really changes your life and you get so much knowledge. And I feel that I'm more confident now because of this program. So it's a really good opportunity. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye.
Sweet. So you had a chance to hear from Lynette, who is an unbelievable core member with us here, an unbelievable mom, and we're happy to have her and excited to see where she goes with her next steps. And hopefully she remembers us at my youth corps and can come bring us some lunch when she makes it. So now I'm gonna talk a little bit about the construction. So our other part is the construction. So you don't have to have any experience before you apply for this part of it, but the opportunity is to come and learn the basics of construction. You'll earn certifications that's needed in that industry, such as OSHA 10. You'll get a pre-apprentice construction training. And then there's some other opportunities that may vary just depending on the year and opportunities, such as like solar install, blueprint reading. We really try to get versatile in that aspect of it. So as I mentioned, you'll be in the construction, and the cool part about it is the service opportunity is you're building affordable housing units. If you're familiar with Sun Valley down here in Denver metro area, we're doing the redevelopment project for that now. And then you'll be able to learn how to use power tools. And on the construction site, working alongside of the professionals, the plumbers, the HVAC, the electricians, the painters, whatever phase of the project is happening, you'll be working alongside of them, not only to just shadow them, but to help learn the basics of that trade. And what ends up happening a lot of times is a lot of our core members get hired on with those companies right after making starting off at $25, $26, $27 an hour. And here's some pictures just to get the whole holistic view of what's happening out on the site. At the top left, you can see them doing a little bit of blueprint reading, and then you can see some of it on the site. One of my coolest things about this is sometimes we get into the gender stereotypes of who's in construction. We absolutely have people from all different gender spectrums, but we've had a uptick in our women kill it out there on the job site. They're hard workers, as well as all of our core members, but for sure, there's no stereotypes within this construction, and it's a great opportunity. Even if it's something that you don't see as a career, it's a great skill to have, even as you become homeowners or just doing things around the house to help people out in the community, whatever that is. And here's a picture of just kind of one of the projects they did on 10th and Mariposa near Osage, and a picture of it after. So that's near the light rail station off of 10th and Osage. So you heard some of the benefits to the program. One of the coolest things that I think is that we have a full ceremony celebration right after where you can do your cap and gown. So this is a great way. If you didn't have a chance to walk during your own high school, that we come together, your family, your loved ones can come see all of the accomplishments that you were able to see. And once you're done with the program, like all of our programs, you'll earn an education award, AmeriCorps scholarship, to go towards college or post-secondary education. And right now that's about $1,600. But the whole time you're with us, whether you're in the classroom or you're out in the community or you're out on your site in your career pathways, no matter what, you're getting paid with us the whole time. So not a lot of programs pay you for to get your GED, and this is one program that certainly does, and that is about $1,024 every 2 weeks, so every other week. Again, that's $1,024, which is you're not getting rich, but you're certainly being able to take care of yourself while learning your GED and earning these certifications in your hours. Speaking of scholarships to go to college, I'm going to share this quote, and then I'm going to introduce someone that we have right now who's joining us live. But this is from Tristan Harrison, and one of the quotes that he said in one of these prompts that we wrote about him last year was, "I learned how to really do things and not just go through the motions. I became motivated, passionate. I've always had a pretty optimistic mentality when it comes to myself, but pessimistic about the rest of the world. Working at Mile High Youth Corps helped me realize there's people out there who want good things for you." And he may be having technical difficulties, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Are you there, Tristan? Can you hear me? The benefit of being live, huh? Tristan, can you hear us? Well, this is the fun part about being live. So I got Tristan right next to me, and he is a graduate from our Youth Build program last year in 2021, who was part of our construction crew. Alrighty, let's transition to Q&A first, and then let's transition to Q&A, and then we'll get Tristan live.
All right, yeah, technical difficulties, the reality of the world we live in. But Xavier, we have some questions for you in the chat. Aiden is wondering, can you still do the Youth Build construction program even if you finished your GED?
That is a great question. You said Aiden?
Yes.
Aiden, unfortunately at this time, that program specifically for Youth Build is specifically for individuals who don't have their GED or high school diploma yet. We're looking forward for potential opportunities in the future to provide that. But right now, if you did finish your GED, we encourage you to join one of our other programs, because even though it's not specific to on the construction site, you're utilizing a lot of those same skills that are transferable in case you want to get into that. And as long as you're with one of our other programs, it's a good chance that that we can line you up with one of our construction employer partners and help you get set up into that career pathway for sure.
Awesome, thank you, Xavier. And a question we have is, what do folks typically do after their time at MHYC?
What do folks do after their time at MHYC? Yeah, so there's a variety of different things that folks do. I'm trying to get Tristan to come upstairs. He can just do it right here. So if you can hear me, come upstairs. Somebody write in the chat. There's a variety of different things. So people come to us for a variety of different reasons. Some people are highly motivated by getting their GED and don't really want to get into the construction field or the health and wellness. Typically what happens with that is we help them line up with whatever they want to go to. So we have folks that transition right into the Community College of Denver that continue their, medical career. We have folks who go straight into construction, working for some of those companies that they did. But then we also have a number of different folks who are doing different things. Like we have someone who is currently, working for DPS as a resource officer. We have different folks who are, hoping to do radiology. We have a lot of people who transition into our other programs, such as the energy and water program or our land conservation program. We had one youth individual named Yessie who ended up doing Youth Build, did a summer service with land conservation, and then went in straight into the winter fire crew. So just think about the complexity of the skills and certifications that she was able to collect along the way.
That's awesome. Yeah. I have another question for you. What was one thing that you wish you had told yourself or wish you had known before you joined and Mile High and Youth Build?
One thing I wish I'd have known is I wish I would have known because the young people, and in particular myself, since I went through this in 2008. But I think I came in with this perception of what people thought about me because I didn't graduate on time or because I had trouble getting a job. There was this perception that maybe I was lazy or wasn't good enough, or like I had this perception of who I was as a person. I wish I didn't knew that I control that narrative in terms of who I want to be and what my future is. And my High Youth Corps helped me develop that. And it's crazy to think about like me going through that program and now leading this program. So I wish I'd have known that beforehand, but I kind of don't because then maybe I wouldn't have found my IU course. But we'll see. But I do have Tristan here now, the benefit of being at the headquarters. So I'm gonna maybe switch over and let him share his experiences, and then we'll see if there's any other Q&A. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was having some difficulties with my computer. My name's Tristan Harrison. I'm 21. I go by he, him. I was in the youth field construction program and I completed it, I believe, just about a year ago, April 2021. I ended up at MHYC because I was having troubles in high school. I kept getting like in trouble with like the law, so school wasn't working out for me the best. And at the time I got into it, it was like the middle of COVID, and like nobody else was hiring. Places were like shutting down, you know what I'm saying? Businesses were going out, and nobody else was really looking for employees. What I was hoping to gain, one of the first things I noticed about MHYC was the education award, and I was really just, you know what I'm saying, hoping I could get to college and kind of set up a better future in general because I wasn't in the best position. Um, what I do now, I'm a full-time student at CCD. I go there for neuropsychology. Amazing experience, and I'm a full-time Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu martial artist. What why I think someone should join the program is because like there's just not many places in the world you'll find where everyone cares about you. You know what I'm saying? This is a program where everyone in here is trying to see you progress and get you to where you want to be in life. And I think that's a very rare thing. And no matter where you're trying to go in life, MHYC can help you do that. Whether you want to go to college, you want to be an astronaut, you know what I'm saying? These people here will point you in the right direction at all points in time. And I think that's a very rare thing. I believe that's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tristan.
Yeah, of course.
Give us just a moment.
Tristan, do you want to tell us about one of your favorite memories at Mile High?
I think my favorite memory has to be the graduation. It was great, man. We did it at a park, and it's like so you were supposed to bring your family, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really have nobody like that. So MHYC ordered everyone like family sized meals. So when I showed up, they had chicken wings, like a 70 bucket chicken wing thing that's supposed to be for your whole family. And I was like, I'm the only one here, bro. So that was just a really good time that I'll never forget for sure. I don't think I've ever had like that many wings personally for me, especially not paid for and provided by someone else.
That is a pretty sweet perk. How would you say that you grew the most while you were here? Like, what was your biggest point of growth?
It really helped me realize, depending on where you come from, you can view the world as a dark place and you can see how mean it is. But once I got into this supportive, like loving, caring place, I think it helped me change my perspective on how good the world is, which I think helped my overall mood and state of mind towards, you know what I'm saying, everything. So I realized there's people out here who care about you and will help you get where you want to go. And before that I didn't think that was an existing thing.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear.
Yeah, I've heard you talk a lot about Mile High providing support for people. What are some of the ways that they do that?
They'll help you with housing. They'll help you with school supplies. I know they help me with food on multiple occasions. They'll help you with hygiene, and you need rental assistance. They can get you connected. I think if you're struggling in any area here, they have therapy as well. They'll connect you with good counselors to talk to. I think almost any aspect they could either help you with or connect you to someone who can help you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Tristan.
Yeah, of course.
I think we are going to transition into our Civilian Conservation Corps section, and we'll transition to speaking with Energy and Water Program, which is now part of the Colorado Climate Corps. So take it away.
Started in the Chicago Youth Leader Corps, and that experience pretty much set me on the path that I am now.
Corps are community-based programs that provide education, workforce development through the context of conservation. Corps do a wide variety of projects that improve public lands, increase access to outdoor recreation, and mitigate climate change. They restore habitat, removing invasive species, planting native trees and species, and they restore shoreline and waterways. They weatherize and retrofit low-income homes. They plant urban gardens, install solar panels, manage recycling programs, respond to wildfires and natural disasters. Corps build trails and outdoor recreation facilities. They help complete backlog maintenance projects that would not otherwise get done. The National Park Service alone has $12 billion in backlog maintenance needs. And that's just the National Park Service. Corps are doing projects every day that we kind of take for granted but are having a significant impact on environmental stewardship and climate change and helping communities become more resilient.
We have great young people who come through this program looking for a way out, just looking to dream, hoping to become better people.
Growing up in Franklin County is the same for everybody because everybody's parents have the same jobs and there's just not much opportunity here. Every other job I'd had was a dead-end job, and this one seemed like the first one that you could keep going. The Conservation Corps is everywhere in the United States, and if I ever wanted to leave here and go other places, and I could do it.
The biggest thing I wish that people knew is that these opportunities are out there. People outside of the Corps world don't really know about Corps.
Today's Corps are based on the model and philosophy of the Civilian Conservation Corps of the 1930s, which President Franklin Delano Roosevelt stood up during the Great Depression.
1 million unemployed young men and war veterans were enrolled in the Civilian Conservation Corps in the first 2 years of its existence.
The CCC accomplished a great deal, including the outdoor recreation infrastructure we use today. But it practiced racist policies and as a result failed to live up to its full potential. The original CCC was entirely for men and it was largely for white men. There were camps of African American or Native American Corps members, but they were primarily segregated. The country was facing a number of significant challenges at that time. Over-farming, over-logging had resulted in these dust bowls and erosion control issues, massive wildfire. A lot of the same issues that we're facing today, high youth unemployment, and of course climate change and natural disasters that just could grow in size and scope every year.
A lot of our parents, they oystered, mine including, and that's it's not what it used to be. This year we did a living shoreline project. It was 450 foot. We were in the boat when we did it. Now you can't even get there with the boat because the sand's done filled back in. It's doing its job, and seeing that, it just kind of helps me realize that what we're doing does have a reason.
I really didn't want to finish school. I was just giving up on myself. I needed the high school diploma to become someone, to be able to apply for another job or somewhere else. I actually applied for the LA Corps. They have helped me so much to get my high school diploma. I'm not giving up on myself. It just opened up new doors.
Everyone has an opportunity to bring something of value to a Corps. As the Corps movement is expanded, that it's accessible to all people, no matter where they come from or their background.
And I truly believe that there should be a Corps everywhere if possible. There's a change in perspective that they see that doing the right thing, work hard, earning the opportunity. These are all things that can help them become successful, but more importantly, that they can pass this on to someone else that's in a similar situation.
I keep coming back because I just fell in love. I love nature, I love being in the outdoors, and I just love the hard work.
I think being open-minded to new things. I think being able to try new opportunities and to be open to new ideas as well. Where everyone comes together from different backgrounds, it just opens your mind to different perspectives.
What I have learned from the Corps is many things. It just opened up a new mindset for myself. I have become a stronger person. I believe that I can accomplish so many things.
A lot of young people enter a Corps with the goal of completing a high school diploma or earning job skills. They come out being community leaders and lifelong environmental stewards. Corps are developing the next generation of workers and leaders.
Awesome. Well, if you haven't caught on by now, Corps do a lot. We have a lot of programs here at Mile High, and our next program that we're going to be talking about is Energy and Water. So we're going to go ahead and welcome Energy and Water. We're going to be speaking with Becca and Megan. If you can both introduce yourself with your names, pronouns, and roles here.
Hi everyone, I'm Megan. My pronouns are she, her, and I am a core member here with the Energy and Water Conservation Program at Mile High.
And I am Becca, and I use she, her pronouns, and I am a crew leader here with the Energy and Water Program at Mile High Youth Corps. So we just have a little presentation for you now.
Awesome. So I'll get this started. All right. So to begin off our presentation, we have just a little video here to show you what it is like to spend a day in the life with the Mile High Energy and Water Program. Let's see if I can get this working here. Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry. Too many clicks. Getting away from myself here. Okay, here we go.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm lactose. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. Can you feel that?
Too short. I want to see so much more of that video, but thankfully that's my whole presentation here to share with you guys. Also, shout out to Becca on our media content team over there for creating that video for us, recorded today. So the Energy and Water Conservation Program, our typical format is performing energy or what we call energy assessments and installs. So an energy assessment we typically perform in low-income housing in the Denver metro. So we go as far north as like Westminster, like Broomfield area, down to like Littleton, Lakewood, and even over to Aurora, which is a super wide range, but also fantastic because then we can broaden our scope and get to as many folks as possible. So in an energy assessment, we look at things like light bulbs, shower heads, aerators, and even like smoke detectors. And then of course, we'll qualify a toilet. To qualify a toilet is basically to see that it is old and can be replaced and that we can get in a new and more efficient toilet. And all of the services that we perform then help save water or energy and water for these folks and can help them save money on those bills. So we do both single and multifamily projects. A single family project is going to be just an individual family or an individual living in one house. And then we go all the way up to multifamily projects, which are apartment buildings, large complexes, anything of that nature that we can kind of tackle all at once or in a string of days just to get an impact in one large area. So a huge piece of our program is community education. When we go into people's homes, we do talk to them a lot, of course, about energy and water conservation, but we give them tips and tricks to help conserve energy in their homes, conserve some water, and not only does that help lower their bills, but then that also can, of course, have a benefit for the planet. We've also started including a little flyer in our folders to talk about other conservation measures, which of course can include many different things. But then, and as far as the core members go, we connect these conservation services that we're performing to career pathways. So a typical energy assessment and install, of course, is just an appointment, but that can lay ground or be a foundation, lay groundwork for so many other career paths down the road. So a typical day for us begins with a stretch and safety circle. This is a time when all of our core group comes together and we pull out a question, get to know each other a little bit more, and share some stretch and safety opportunities just to make sure that we're being mindful of our safety and just getting prepped for a 9 o'clock launch. Typically, we go out in teams of 2 or 3. So currently we are a group of 4, so a little bit smaller, but we'll go out in pairs and perform these energy assessments, do those installs, and we block our schedule. So we send out people between either 9 and noon or 12:45 and 3, just so that we can split up our day a little bit and have a little bit of freedom to decide where and when we want to travel. Outside of our appointment block scheduling, we are in the office typically 1 day a week doing what we call intake, which is our scheduling. I wrote, "This is our calling," and I 1000% meant that as a pun. Hopefully somebody out there is laughing at that one. Because generally for us, more calls is more appointments. So that's just us reaching out to the community and seeing where we can offer our services and who can benefit from that. And then in addition to that, we do have other projects and certifications that we do on the side, which I won't dive too much into because Becca will explain a little bit more about that later. But currently we are working on a Roots of Success and a Building Science Principles program. And of course, it is fun hearing me talk off a lot of bullet points on slides, but I can also show you some pictures just to show you our day-to-day and what it looks like when we're working in people's homes. So kind of just clicking through here, you'll see us doing our energy assessments. There's Becca up there, rock star in the left-hand corner, installing a toilet. We have, oh, I suppose I have to click on the right side. My apologies. Demetrius, who might be watching somewhere, building toilets down there, and a variety of other things we do in between. And the last picture, oh, that's not quite the last picture. There we go. Last picture here is our current core group, and that was us at the Nature and Science Museum doing a little bit of team bonding and enjoying time exploring Denver just a few weeks ago. So to put this into perspective, some conservation totals from the annual year or the year of 2021. In that calendar year, we served 1,500 homes, which is a lot of homes. Among that, we saved 8.2 million kilowatts of energy, 28 million gallons of water, and providing an annual savings of $1,200 to these families is fantastic in itself. But to put that into an even broader perspective, that is similar to removing 475 cars from the road, planting 23,000 acres of trees, or reducing carbon dioxide emissions by 53 million pounds, which is huge and has a wonderful impact on the planet. So taking it off, Becca now will talk a little bit about our programming here.
Sure, yeah. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about Megan really touched a lot on what we do Monday through Thursday, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about what we do on our Fridays most weeks. So we're working on a couple of different certifications right now. The first two is the Building Science Principles and then also the Roots of Success. The Building Science Principles, that's going to be a similar one to, I believe, what the youth builders do, and that's just a pre-apprentice program that teaches you all about buildings and like what's going on with buildings, insulation, water, the whole 9 yards, I suppose. And then the Roots of Success program and certification, that is an environmental-based education program that we go through where we learn all sorts of stuff about the environment and what's going on with the environment and what our impact is and what further impact we can have working in this sort of field. And then we also get CPR first aid and OSHA 10 certified as well. And then through further development, we also do a lot of work with diversity, equity, and inclusion. We have service days where we every once a month we go to Mile High 360, which is a local nonprofit, and we do a service day there working with families and providing them with food for the month. And then we also have all of our All-Corps events and AmeriCorps National Days where we connect with other programs within Mile High Youth Corps as well as with other AmeriCorps volunteers. And then so there's also another element to our programming, and that's based around the career exploration bit of things. So through that, we have site visits and guest speakers and job shadowing and industry webinars as well. For example, we recently had a guest speaker from Scraps, which is a composting organization here in the Denver area. And we learned all about composting, and we got connected with some of the people who work there, and so that's a good connection to have in this area related to nonprofit environmental work. And then we also have, just last week we went to Rocky Flats National Wildlife Refuge, which was really cool. We got to meet a lot of really interesting people, big name scientists doing some really cool water treatment for the Rocky Flats National Wildlife Refuge. So if you know anything about Rocky Flats, or you know, it's between Golden and Boulder, and yeah, we spent the day there and we learned a lot, and it was very neat. And then we also have a lot of career readiness training. So we do resume building, interviewing, networking, and we even have some connections with helping to understand our finances and stuff through KeyBank, and they help us a lot with that as well. So lots of career exploration stuff going on for us. And then so we also are provided with a lot of supportive services through our program. I know it's been touched on a little bit previously, but we do have access to on-site food supplies through a food pantry. We also have access to assistance with SNAP enrollment, hygiene products, even the possibility for assistance with RTD passes, Medicaid enrollment, housing supplements, that mental health counseling is available, and as well as one-on-one sessions with our program managers and coordinators are always available to our core members. We are very well supported by our staff here, and as it says on the bottom of that slide there, MHYC teams are here to support you and make sure you are supported as best as possible during your term of service. So we have a great staff that works very, very hard to help us and support through everything that we're doing. So other opportunities, some of the things that we're doing outside of programming and even like the career exploration is working alongside Namaste Solar later this year to install some solar panels here at our foundry, which is the other location in Denver, just right down the street from HQ. And then we also work pretty closely with Sun Valley Community Garden. There is also we have a big connection with ERC, which is the Energy Resource Center. They're our downstairs neighbors. And we actually have had some alumni who have gone on to work for them. They're a weatherization agency that works similarly as we do with like homes and providing those home energy audits to help with energy and water bills. And then we also have pretty tight connection with Mile High 360, as I mentioned before. We go there once a month to help with some service days there. So good connections all around with a lot of different organizations in the Denver area. And then, so our energy and water program is currently recruiting for a few different core member positions. So the first one there that you see is the 900 hours. That's going to be about 6 months. And the education award through that is going to be a little over $3,000. And then we also have 2 summer core member climate core positions, one for 300 hours and the other for 450 hours, the first being for 10 weeks and the second being for 14 weeks, both with their own education awards. So we are currently recruiting, so if you're interested, please apply. We'd love to have some new core members join us, building toilets and tearing toilets down. So yeah. I think that is all. So thank you very much. Have any questions, I think?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, y'all. I feel like I learned a lot about that program. If anyone out there has questions, throw those in the chat now. And side note, if you didn't notice that video, we do have a TikTok account. Go check out our TikTok account to learn more about any of these programs. We've got some good videos up there. But we'll come up with some questions in the meantime. Do y'all want to each answer what's your favorite part about the energy and water program in your day-to-day?
Yeah, so I can go first. So some of my favorite parts is honestly the biggest thing is the team. I love the people that I work with, the staff, the other core members, all like I think that's like a huge part for me. It's like the team experience. Like the work we're doing is really cool and it feels very purposeful, and like I feel like I'm really making a pretty big impact on the world, just as one person. But then there's the added element of just like having a really good group of people to work with. So yeah.
Very nice. What about for you, Megan?
It might sound slightly redundant. I was also going to say the people. Of course, we're slightly biased, but I love our team, and I think that it makes it a joy to come to work every day, knowing that building these great relationships, both with other core members and the staff. I also love the community service work that we do. I think it's really rewarding, and it feels great to go home at the end of the day and know that I helped out other people and that I was doing conservation work to help out the planet as well. So all around just makes me feel great at the end of the day.
That's awesome. We did get a question in from Rosalie on Facebook asking, what are the age requirements for this program?
Sure. So I think it's the same as all of our other programs. It's going to be that 18 to 24-year-old age age frame. Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Let's see. What's the most valuable skill that you feel like you've learned during your time here thus far? You want to start us off again, Becca?
Sure. I would say so far I feel like my most valuable skill has been learning how to install a toilet. I have become very good at installing toilets, which I didn't think was something that I needed or wanted to know, but turns out I really did need and want to know how to install a toilet. So that's pretty neat. I like that. I feel cool about it, for sure.
Not a bad skill to have.
That's definitely always a fun surprise from our team, is that not unexpected skill set to have. I think partially that I do like the handy skills, I guess, more or less, that I've learned, and coupled with the certifications that we've been doing, like building science principles and roots of success, I think that I feel more prepared as a homeowner than I ever would have, which is fantastic considering I'm not a homeowner, so it prepares me for the future. Other than that, I think there's a lot of great supportive services and just career connections that can kind of direct us on whatever path we may decide to embark on, both with other service terms and beyond. So it's been very helpful and great skills to develop here.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yes, that's awesome. I think I've experienced many similar things in my term here in the Lincoln program. Let's see. What about any like soft skills? What do you think Mile High has prepared you for going into like other career pathways?
Yeah, so I would say for me, I have really dived into like more of a leadership position here, and I feel like I've done a lot of learning and a lot of understanding about what that means, as well as like just like general like communication with people and those like interpersonal communication and like how to work and be in an office as well as like work and be with like clients and but yeah, I think that those leadership skills have been huge for me recently. So
I think for me, I've gained a better sense of pride in my work out of this position than I have in any other one before. I think I am excited after an appointment to have installed a toilet or to work as a team to solve an issue. And so at the end of the day, just feeling that sense of pride is always the best, I guess, soft skill for me. The leadership and again, the career readiness is always great because I think I have the confidence to pursue whatever I desire after this.
Yeah, that's awesome. If anyone is out there, and we have time for like one more question. If not, I'm going to throw one more at y'all.
Perfect. Go for it. Ready.
Awesome. What do you all wish that you had known before your time here as a corp member?
That's really hard. That's a really good question.
Save the good ones for last. Or if it works better, like what piece of advice would you give to people wanting to come into the program?
Yeah. I think my piece of advice is would be, or like something that I wish I would have known beforehand, is just like that, like taking like each like client as like an individual, and like I think there is like a lot to be said about like we are going into people's homes and like it's like it is like somewhat intimate to like go into someone's home and like tear out their toilet and do all this stuff. So like taking each client and individual as like who they are and like being intentional with them and like being like, yeah, we're here to like give you this education and also like to like and like yeah, just taking the time with each individual client has been something that has been really important, I think.
Yeah, that's huge.
For me, I guess a piece of advice or something I would have emphasized to myself at the beginning is just to keep an open mind. I guess similar to what Becca said, we do go into people's homes every day, which you get to meet so many wonderful different people in and around Denver, but also just to keep that open mind in every project that we're doing. Because of course, sometimes you may come out of work one day and be a little bit frustrated with what you're doing or with the day's happenings, but remembering the larger impact of what you're doing and the value of tackling that project as a group and being able to work through it together so that you can have a meaningful outcome.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you all. Yeah, thank you for your time and teach us more about energy and water.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, we're going to have another question and answer session with everyone shortly. So be thinking of questions that you want to ask. This is your opportunity. But in the meantime, we have one more program that we run that we're going to cover. So we're going to go ahead and watch another video about our Generation Wild crew. As soon as it loads. Our Generation Wild program is based out of Denver. It's going to be under a land conservation. Yep, there's the echoes. All right, well, while we're working on tech, our Generation Wild crew is based out of Denver. It's going to be focused on a lot of land conservation work and getting members, typically from undeserved communities, out into nature. Generation Wild is like a larger, not just an MHYC thing, it is all over the state. And that's a program that we participate in. Yeah, do you know anything more about Generation Wild?
Yeah, I actually know that they tend to work really closely with Urban Farm, which is a farm that's not too far from here. I think it's about 20 minutes. And they do a lot of work there, helping them maintain it there. And I know it's just like a lot of outreach and offers a lot of variety in the project work that they do. So honestly, I've like Generation Wild sounds so fun. Like I would love to do that too. But I think it tends to be more outreach work. Maybe not now during COVID, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they're typically focused on bringing in members of the community who may not have interaction like with the outdoors and being able to create that space and create more equitable place
cool.
for folks.
Yes. All right.
Matt Lisencourt, and my pronouns are he, him, and I am the senior crew lead and alumni mentor for the Generation Wild program. And a Generation Wild program is a really good opportunity for any young people from ages 18 to 24 who are interested in the environmental field but aren't sure exactly what job they would want. We work with a lot of different project partners like Bar Lake State Park, the Urban Farm, Sand Creek Greenway, Bluff Lake Nature Center, and Rocky Mountain Arsenal as well. And it's a great opportunity to meet a lot of different people, to work a lot of different types of jobs, and to kind of explore your interests in the environmental field. And yeah, definitely encourage you to apply to Gen Wild if you're interested in learning more about yourself and learning more about the environmental world as well.
My name is Madison. My pronouns are she, they. I think something that was definitely interesting to me about this job specifically was just being able to connect youth and families to the outdoors. I think there's a huge gap there, especially with different minority groups, and I think it's pretty important, to let people know they can take up space. I think my favorite part about this job is getting to come to places like this and get to make really cool connections with people who have kind of done the same thing, and just get more knowledge about the process of getting into the environmental field.
My name is Marie, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. My favorite part of this job is being able to meet a bunch of different people in the environmental field and being outside all day. I chose Mile High Youth Corps so that I could meet a bunch of people in the environmental field and get a feel for what jobs are like in the environment.
Hey guys, I'm Eli Edge with Gen Wild. My pronouns are he, him. This program is a great opportunity for anyone from the ages of 18 to 24, and because of that, I saw an opportunity to meet like-minded people like myself, and also just gain a lot of different experiences going to different state parks. So my favorite part of Gen Wild has definitely been going to the urban farm and getting to meet all the farm animals and interact with different plants and just learning about agriculture in general. I think it's been a great experience overall, and I highly suggest anyone who would like to be a part of it.
Bridget, my pronouns are she, her, and I chose Gen Wild because it gave me a lot of opportunities and opened a lot of doors for me to fulfill my passions and my career goals, and I feel very welcomed and supported by this organization, and I'm excited to see where this experience
Hi
leads.
everyone, my name is Wyatt Elson. I'm a Gen Wild alum from December of 2021. I currently serve at one of our partner organizations, Bluff Lake Nature Center. I'll be serving here through the rest of July of this year. I chose Gen Wild originally because I was really interested in the environment and working with youth and overall building a community. And I was able to really find that in Gen Wild as well as here at Bluff Lake. Following my time here at Bluff Lake, I'll actually be starting a teaching program and getting my master's in teaching. So it's really been eye-opening for me to experience, and hopefully I'll have some fulfillment in that moving forward. So.
Hi everyone, my name is Emma, and I use my pronoun she, her. I'm the HR and outreach specialist at Mile High, but I also serve as one of the Generation Wild crew leaders. We call ourselves Gen Wild. A typical day in the life of a Gen Wild Corps member looks like arriving at our headquarters around 8 a.m. and driving together as a crew to the partner sites to arrive by 9 a.m. And when we're at our project sites, we do a collection of either environmental education indoor-based and outdoor-based activities for kids and facilitation. It could also be a mix of land stewardship projects such as trash cleanup, invasive species removal and identification, plant and animal surveying, building and maintaining trails, cutting down trees, etc. Also, we ask our partners at each site to lead educational activities for you all, as in how to get a job, like a federal job, how to build those resumes, how to make those connections, how to learning about animals and plants and wildlife that we're working with. We did one yesterday learning about how to take soil samples and how to read the results of soil testing, breaking it down by nutrient levels. And so yeah, typically those will be what your day looks like, and you'll be at the partner sites, and your day will end around 4:30 p.m. every day. And then on Fridays, Matt and I have designated that for career readiness training. As AmeriCorps Corps members, you have some of your time based for education and training, and that involves we have resume and cover letter workshops, we have interviewing and mock interview workshops, we have LinkedIn profile buildings and taking professional photos for you all, as well as 2 presentations and assistance with how to facilitate for a group of students. So those are typically what we do, the day-to-day Corps members. We have positions opening for this summer, which we're currently hiring for, and that runs from June 6th to August 12th. And we also are almost going to begin hiring for our fall positions, which run from September to December. So I would encourage you all to apply. This is the best way, again, to build your network, to get your foot in the door of an environmental job. And a lot of our alumni from the Gen Wild program end up getting references and jobs in with the programs that we work with. Colorado Parks and Wildlife, going to grad school, and this is a great stepping stone for those of you who are interested in that. So yes, please apply.
All right, thank you so much, Jen Wild. If you're interested in applying to that position or any of our positions, we will go ahead and put our link in our group chat. You can go apply on our website. There you'll find descriptions of the positions that we have and all of the things necessary to apply for the positions available. If you still have questions, that's great. We're still live. You can put them in the chat, and we will have an open Q&A with all of our representatives in just a moment as everyone hops on. Natalie.
Yes, hey. I'm so sorry.
You're good. You know, yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, I think we can just go around and I'll have all of you answer this question. I think one of the main things in everyone's mind is, why did you choose to work with Mile High?
I'll go first. I know when I was looking for work, I was really prioritizing a workplace where I'd be able to find a community. That's what was most important to me. And I definitely think that choice was correct. Working here and serving with Mile High, I've met so many incredible people who will probably be lifelong friends, people who've helped me grow and develop professionally. Really, I don't think I've ever felt more proud to work for an organization. And I want to say, the community here at Mile High is the biggest draw, personally.
Great, I can go next. I would say I initially found Mile High through, I was looking at it like a job search, just for an environmental nonprofit sort of job, just to kind of get my foot in the door. And this popped up, and I was like, this is actually really cool. I really like the sound of that. The whole triple impact that we've talked about previously in this job fair is between the community and the environment, and then also the growth that we do. And then I think I would reiterate what we've all said. I think is just the team and the people are just really great. So
I can hop on next. I guess I feel like I sound like a broken record, but my bottom line, I guess, was just finding work that I knew I would be making an impact and something that was meaningful. And I think it's very easy to go and I don't know, do something you're not passionate about, but to like take a step outside of your comfort zone and try something new and something that is going to be exciting and feeling great at the end of the day was, I guess, my biggest draw to the program. And I knew that Mount High would push me to do that. So very thankful for having chosen it.
Got anything to add, Xavier?
Possibly technical difficulties.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on.
Yeah.
If you could describe MHYC's, like your work environment in 1 or 2 words, just like sum up the feelings of coming into work, what your day-to-day, Mile High, what would your few words be? Natalie, you want to start us off again?
How many words am I allowed?
Just a couple.
2 words. Probably fun, for one. I have fun almost every day I come in. Again, I think that's due a lot to the wonderful people I work with. But probably second would be fulfilling. I absolutely love doing outreach, getting to talk with potential core members and candidates, seeing like all of the like hard work and intention everyone puts into their job and the energy they bring every day. Overall, very fulfilling.
Yeah, so I would probably have I want to steal your words. Yeah, I'm going to try and do different words though. I would say laughing, if I can do that, because I feel like I laugh every day very hard with the people. We laugh a lot, and I mean, what more could you ask for in a workplace than to just laugh all the time? And then another word I would choose would be, yeah, meaningful. I feel like just every day I get home from work and I'm like, man, I did something positive today for like the whole of the world, or just maybe even just like one client or something like that, but definitely something meaningful.
Listening to you guys, I feel like I could list about 10 words. So I'm really trying to narrow down my scope right now. We're gonna step outside that. I feel like energizing is a good one. I guess kind of similar to those guys. Or I guess what was said previously by Natalie and Becca is that I just come to work and have fun. But I think it always motivates me both to come to work to see my coworkers and to, I guess, get to work with so many different clients and work in so many different areas of Denver. And for that, I guess I'd also say dynamic because no 2 days are the same. And I kind of enjoy the variety because, again, keeps you guessing. You never know what's going to happen. And I think that's always really great.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I have to, everything y'all are saying is like, yes. Whenever I try to describe to people what Mile High is like and what it's like to work here, they're like, I have never worked in a place like that. And it's just so true. I would say our next question is going to be, what's been one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome while working here?
I'll start us off again. Biggest challenge definitely at first was adjusting to working outside so often. I'd never done conservation work or any kind of extended work outside. That was a huge adjustment. But I ended up growing to love it a lot once I like got used to it and learned to use my tools and my body correctly to do hard work. And now I love going out in the field, and I wish I got to go more.
Yeah, so I would probably in some way also say something similar. I would say definitely there was a learning curve in learning how to do all the stuff that we do in energy and water. and but then I would say like that was a difficulty, but we had really good teachers and people who showed us exactly how to do it, and a lot of good guidance. So it was a manageable thing to overcome for sure.
Awesome. Well, do you have something to add, Megan?
Oh, no, I guess I was just gonna say, same as the skills building as well, and kind of overcoming the barrier of learning all of these new things at once and feeling a little bit overwhelmed to processing and being able to, I guess, do it autonomously and just get out in the field and work by yourself and have the confidence to get it all done, I guess.
Awesome. Well, we are getting pretty close on time here. We're going to go with one more question. What's something that you're really looking forward to in the next few months? Natalie, want to kick us off again?
Our Summer of Service Corps members, we're looking forward to seeing them, getting to know them, like every day, counting down the days. We're also running one more crew than we ever had before, and we are narrowing in on names for this crew. Very exciting times, and we're just stoked to be able to have even like a record number of Corps members serving this summer.
Yeah, and you can be one of those Corps members if you apply on our website today. Becca, what do you got?
I would say I am both really excited to see how our team continues to grow, and then also just to see what other cool things we get to experience together, like all of the different field trips that we go on, and different service days, and all that good stuff. So it's all very exciting.
I'm also very excited to expand our team. We're small and mighty currently, but always looking for more people to join us. And I'm excited to see how the dynamic grows and how everybody can work together to accomplish more projects. I think we've done a lot of good work over the past few weeks, especially in some multifamily projects. So I'm excited to take on some, I guess, larger areas and to have a greater impact on different communities.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for your time telling us about your programs, answer questions today. Again, you can go to our website, milehigh.org. Click on that apply now. Our application is super easy, super simple. You could work with any one of us this summer. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I don't think you want to miss out on working with any of us. We're a pretty cool team. So as we finish up, I want to thank all of you for joining us here today. Yeah, thank you for, if you're planning on submitting applications or if you already have, like, we just appreciate your interest in working with us. Mile High has had such an amazing impact on my life, and I hope it will for you as well. Lastly, I want to thank people who took the time out of their day to speak with us on these various panels and sessions. Everything you shared was amazing, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their night.
Yeah. And shout out in the chat on Facebook
Yes.
to someone that is applying for our program. Talked to them earlier today. Excited to have you, hopefully.